volunteer group working for Oxfam Japan, and we are standing up today to take action. So, could I ask you all to please stand up against poverty and recite the following pledge with me? So please repeat after me. We are standing now with millions of people around the world.
We are standing now with millions of people around the world
on this historic day.
On this historic day,
to show our commitment to the fight.
To show our commitment to the fight
against extreme poverty and inequality.
Against extreme poverty and inequality.
Today we stand up together to say to our leaders.
Today we stand up together to say to our leaders.
We have 6 years to 2015.
We have 6 years to 2015.
6 years to realize the Millennium Development Goals.
6 years to realize the Millennium Development Goals.
We know the goals can be met.
We know the goals can be met
and exceeded if you have the political will.
And exceeded if you have the political will.
We will not accept any excuses.
We will not accept any excuses.
We will not allow the poor.
We will not allow the poor
to unjustly suffer the consequences of.
To unjustly suffer the consequences of.
The economic, food and climate crisis.
The economic, food and climate crisis.
For which they bear no responsibility.
For which they bear no responsibility.
We stand today in solidarity with millions of people all over the world.
We stand today in solidarity with millions of people all over the world.
People who believe in a world.
People who believe in a world
where poverty and hunger can and must end.
Where poverty and hunger can and must end.
Where mothers no longer die in childbirth.
Where mothers no longer die in childbirth.
And women's rights are ensured.
And women's rights are ensured.
Where children no longer die of preventable diseases.
Where children no longer die of preventable diseases.
Where every child has the right to quality education.
Where every child has the right to quality education.
Where the environment is protected.
Where the environment is protected.
And where our leaders make decisions not in their own interests.
And where our leaders make decisions not in their own interests.
But in the interests of those who have been marginalized.
But in the interests of those who have been marginalized.
By poverty and exclusion.
By poverty and exclusion.
Okay, that was the last part. To all leaders we say.
To all leaders we say.
Act now to meet and exceed the Millennium Development Goals.
Act now to meet and exceed the Millennium Development Goals.
Commit to signing an ambitious, fair and binding global climate deal by the year end.
Commit to signing an ambitious, fair and binding global climate deal by the year end.
Uphold the peace and security of all people.
Uphold the peace and security of all people.
Until then,
today
and every day we will stand up.
Today and every day we will stand up.
Speak out and take action for the Millennium Development Goals.
Speak out and take action for the Millennium Development Goals.
End poverty and inequality now.
End poverty and inequality now.
I am standing up for the eradication of illiteracy.
I'm standing up for gender equality.
I'm standing up to reduce poverty.
I am standing up for universal primary education.
I'm standing up for responsible governance.
I'm standing up for fair treatment for HIV and AIDS persons.
I'm standing up for environmental sustainability.
I am standing up for clean water for all.
I'm standing up for believing in everything we can do.